Hello, welcome to your all signs reading. I'm going to go all the way through the zodiac. And the reason I'm doing this is because we have this Capricorn full moon that is going to be very powerful on the 21st. And just before that, Venus is going to be trining Chiron. So a great opportunity for healing. So you can find something that has not been meant for you and release it. So I want to do two oracle cards, one for endings, one for beginnings, and then draw tarot for advice. So let's get started. I've already told the cards that the oracle cards are going to go one right after the other. And we are going to shuffle. We'll go all the way through. But the tarot cards, I will pick the three cards out, and then all the cards will go back in because I just like doing it that way. So let's get the energy of everyone in here and make sure the cards get in the proper order. They are. Okay. So starting with Aries, endings, beginnings, advice. So here's your endings card. Smoke and mirrors. Not seeing the full truth. Being deceived, actually. And I think you're going to find that that's the perfect thing to release, that you're not going to be accepting any of that behavior anymore. Set boundaries. North Node is in your sign. And what you have, beginnings. The Phoenix rises into joyful abundance. Very appropriate for a fire sign. So release this mess. Know that you are going to shine. All right, let's take a look at the tarot for you. Tarot for Aries as advice. No, it's ready already. It's kind of like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Advice. Seven of Cups. Don't limit your choices. Be ready to receive. Look at this moon energy. And the third one, make plans. This is a card of asking. What is it that you want? Release the toxic situations or behaviors, right? And do not allow that back in. And then you can rise like the Phoenix and then plot your own journey, because this is a card of travel. The world is at her feet. She's looking out at her choices. Very nice energy. Very nice energy. Okay. So for Taurus, no, you can't jump out yet. It's not time. For Taurus, we're going to do endings, seeing beyond. Why have you been limiting yourself? There are opportunities out there for you. I think seeing beyond is a way of saying, I'm willing to accept something unexpected. That's hard for a Taurus to receive that in, because you are a fixed sign. I mean, you do beautifully. Starseed, but you're a starseed. And I think you need to shine a little bit more. Shine a little bit more. So let's take a look at your new beginning. What is the advice for Taurus? New beginning. New beginning. Okay. Three cards. Yeah, three cards popped out. Ready? Knight of Swords. Moving on, moving quickly. You know why that's going to be good for you? Alchemy. This is Gemini energy. This is taking what's around you and making something beautiful, which is Taurus all the way. Taurus can do that. Taurus makes beautiful things of quality. And you add in that little extra bit of magic that you have and knowledge, the high priestess, that I really feel like you're going to be moving forward, but I don't know if you're going to be sharing that with too many people. So just keep in mind that you have look at these two major arcana. Are you kidding? So I think that be brave. We've been talking about everything you want is the other side of fear for a while now. And I'm going to continue to go with that message because I keep getting that message very strong. So let's take a look at Gemini endings, the storyteller. This is very much Gemini energy. But what story have you been telling yourself? Why have you not shown yourself as the hero of your story? I think that's what you need to do. It's a time to end the stories that you've been telling yourself that say you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. Um, you know, some people go, oh, Geminis are flighty, blah, blah, blah. You know, look at the other parts of your chart. Gemini just means, for me, I'm a Gemini rising, this amazing curiosity of the world, right? And storytelling, because it's Mercury ruled, and this is, I always look at the key, Hecate. It's so imaginative. It loves to gather information. All right, so beginnings. Not kidding, the hero of your cosmic journey. It's about time you started writing yourself as the hero. What adventures? What adventures? That is perfect. I'm so happy right now. Yay, Gemini. That's such a perfect thing for you. I mean, no kidding. No kidding. Cards want to be shuffled a little bit more for you. Gemini energy. What is advice for Gemini? Amazing. Amazing energy. A long journey. Time to get moving. Go away from the barren area. There's an ending and a new beginning. That is beautiful. Heart chakra open. Queen of Wands. Focus your energy on that nice bit of magic and see what happens. Become the hero of your story. I love that. I love that. There's a bunch of cards that went a little AWOL on me here. All of a sudden they're like flipped around and this and that. So, Cancer energy. Happy birthday. We're still in that time. All right, endings. Exposed and revealed. Cancer is very much about being, well, a lot of times it's your personal life. And, you know, it's not like we're super secretive, but I'm a Cancer sun. But we like to have our boundaries. I mean, we're good at initiating things, but I think we need to open up a little bit more about what we need. And I think that's what you need to release is reveal that you have needs, that you have expectations to be treated well, that you're not everybody's answer to every problem. And I know we're guilty of not helping, and you don't even have to ask. You're like, oh, you'll automatically jump in. You need to make time for other things that are for you to do. We'll see what the other card is here. You are at the divine Y point. You have another job to do. You have something that's very important. You need to get out of this energy of holding in your feelings of um, being the martyr. I also have a Cancer mother. And put forward the energy of accomplishing anything that you want. You are a cardinal sign. People forget that. You get it done. You get it done. So, what advice for Cancer? Advice for Cancer. I love this energy though. This is really, really nice energy. I kind of like, what am I going to read on? And then it was like, oh, you need to do something with the full moon. So it was endings, beginnings, and advice. Endings, beginnings, and advice for this full moon in Capricorn, the 21st. Yep, that's right where they wanted to split too. Okay. You need to heal. Take that time for yourself. Definitely. Lovers, a number 6 card. What have you been denying yourself? And the Lovers card is also about decisions. You are at the divine Y point. What is it that you want to do for you? 10 of Pentacles. Cancer always loves a happy family, about longevity, about ancestors, right? They're very much into that lineage, and they have a very long memory. So you need to be in this happy circle, though, and not just remembering things with your family. You need to be in the moment and enjoying all those things and taking that as your right. You are at the divine Y point, and you need to be enjoying yourself, no matter what age you are. Again, I'm a Cancer sun. So we're going to take a look at Leo energy and see what endings, beginnings. I'm going to pull the oracle cards here in a second, but I wanted to shuffle these a little bit more before I go any further. Okay. Endings. Beautiful uncaging. Leo, you with your beautiful heart chakra. Why have you been holding it and keeping it locked? Why don't you let that beautiful heart chakra come open? I know you're afraid of being hurt, but everything you want is on the other side of fear. So, beginnings. I am a galactic star seed blooming. No matter where you are, Leos bloom beautifully. And there's nothing wrong with being the pretty flower in the room. But you also have more substance than that, right? You have a deep heart and deep feelings. You are a galactic star seed blooming. I want to see what advice. I'm really curious to see what the advice for Leo is. I like the cards. I like the energy. I do think that you're hiding your heart, that you're not being as open. I mean, there's nothing wrong with boundaries. Don't get me wrong. But how can you bloom if you don't open up that heart chakra? Right? Okay, advice. Leo, the sun card for you. Shine. You are a galactic starseed blooming. This is your card. This is the card of the sun. This is the card of Leo. That connection, that joyful spirit. Let it show. What else? And you do like being in the company of other people. And the best people to be around are friends that have your back, who celebrate you and celebrate with you, who in times where things aren't going perfectly, you're there for them and they're going to be there for you. I like this energy because it's, Leos do need companionship, right? waiting for your ship to come in. This is also a card of receiving. When you open your heart and just have joy for what you're doing, things will automatically start coming into you, right? It's like everything that you put in your vortex, as they say, things that you've wished for. When you have that higher level of vibration, but you have to open this up first. Very true. I love that. And then I'll look just at the bottom of the deck. Look at how, open things up. Open things up. I'll put these in here. So that is Leo. Let's take a look at Virgo. I'm going to shuffle these a little bit. Virgo energy, and then I'll look at the oracle cards. Okay. Endings. Sacred reverence. And the key, and the heart, and the love. Virgos are very self-critical. And I believe that you need to give that up because you need to have more sacred reverence for yourself. You're a work of art. You're a piece of divine light, right? It's not always about serving others. You should have sacred reverence for yourself. So what is the beginning? Say yes to your open door. Fortunately, Virgo is a mutable sign. So you can adjust to change. So if you go somewhere, you'll probably take all the perfect clothing or, pack perfectly and all of those things. There's nothing wrong with that. I raised a Virgo. I raised a triple Virgo. And planning is like a joy unto itself, according to my Virgo. So, but it's the anticipation. It's not just a planning. Planning, the fun part of planning is the anticipation for you, the beginning. So say yes to the open door. Don't just plan for it, do it. Get out there and do it, right? So let's see what advice for Virgo. Very interesting. Boy, these cards are speaking so loud to me. Beautiful messages. I like this. See, you always follow with what the cards are trying to tell you. Like they knew what reading they wanted to do. They knew what they knew what oracle cards should be pulled. So, all right, advice for Virgo. Make the decision to go through that open door. Sun, Moon, Capricorn, which is also an earth sign. So that energy is very beneficial for you. It's a trine type energy. So whatever you have in Virgo is going to be in a trine to this energy of the 29-degree sun and moon. Nice energy, very nice energy. What else? It's okay if things get messy. It's okay. When people are working together, sometimes it can be people being on different pages. That is okay. I think you'll be glad to be with other people. And I know that other people aren't as organized as you are, but you don't have to have perfection. Because if you're waiting for perfection, nothing ever gets started. It just doesn't. So just realize, sometimes things are going to be chaotic, and especially if you're walking through an open door. Okay, you don't have time to pack everything. You don't have time to check on all the best flights and what takes the shortest time and what's the least amount of money and average all those out to find out what your best value is. A very Virgo thing. What's the last one? Advice for Pentacles. Locked energy. What are you doing? What are you holding on to this for? She could be going into this town. I feel like Virgo really holds himself back quite a bit. I feel like if you're so busy planning, you don't have a chance to do things. And I think that's what your advice is, that you need to go out and do things with other people, even though it might not go perfectly, right? You're a mutable sign. That's the joy of that, is that you can deal with it. When something goes a little haywire, you list all the assets of how to handle the situation. Your Mercury ruled, problem solved in about 5 minutes. So why not? Why not go out there and challenge yourself about what you're going to run into? I think once you take that mental attitude with that, you will have a blast. So let's do a little bit of shuffling for Libra. Libra energy. Okay, endings first. Endings. Beyond the ordinary. I think this is telling you that you are beyond the ordinary. You need to release all of those people who are toxic and have been toxic to you, and recognize that you are making your own decisions and doing your own destiny beyond the ordinary. I think leaving the ordinary is part of Libra's, they're all about we and not so much about me, but you have Venus as your ruler. Venus likes to be in charge occasionally, and Libra is a cardinal sign. You need to get out of the crowd. Step forward beyond the ordinary. Step forward and be a leader. Definitely. Okay, beginnings. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Because you're always giving to other people, you sometimes get emptied. It's not like you lack the love, you just lack the energy sometimes, right? It's like, okay, I do this on this day for so and so, I do this on another day for so and so. You can't be a leader if you're constantly involved in picking up after people. Have boundaries. You've got things that you need to take care of because you're needed at the front of the line. That's very much what Aquarius will be for you, I think, is you recognizing that, okay, I am part of the collective still, but I can be an individual besides. It's not just about us. It's about, I can be an individual. I can be a leader if I need to be a leader, or if I want to be a leader. And other people can learn how to fill their own cups. That's their job, right? So let's see what we have for you. What is the advice? Crazy energy. Great advice, though. There's a card that jumped out. There's another card that jumped out. We have one more that wants to jump out. Almost. More than one way. Oh, too many. I will go with the two that have showed up, and then I'll take top card here. Well, you want to come out. Okay. There we go. The first card that came out. Know thyself. This is a king. This is the King of Cups. What does that tell you about what you should be doing? Taking care of yourself. You are important. You are full of emotion. You are important. heart chakra is open, but he has boundaries, right? Guess what came out then? Libra. You can make plans. You can travel. What beautiful places do you want to go to? What new foods do you want to try? Venus is very much into enjoying things, right? And it doesn't have to be that complicated. If that's what you want to do, I mean, she doesn't have a crowd of people around her. She's just dreaming, knowing that it's going to be coming in. And this is Page of Cups energy. This is that heart space. Now, remember, we had the King of Cups here, but it's having that youthful energy within you, right? You can be the King of Cups and have this energy here when pigs fly, right? That joy. It's hard to really tell that here, but he has boundaries, but he's still full of love. You need boundaries. You need good boundaries. And you need to step into your leadership, because I think that's what the King of Cups is telling you here, is that you need to step into your leadership. You're a cardinal sign. You can get things started, initiated. Yeah, that's what I feel. It's like all that great energy. So we will go to Scorpio. Fellow water sign. Hi. Hi, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. So in this full moon, it's a very nice energy for you, because it's trining the sun, and the moon will be a sextile, one of the two. That might be flip. No, Cancer would be a trine. Yep. And Capricorn yes, Capricorn would be a sextile. Doing things in my head. Okay, here we go. Endings. Spirit of gratitude. I feel like there's an ending for you. I feel like that's one of the things that you're releasing, is that there's this ending. And I know this is going to be hard for you. You need to leave or end this relationship with a spirit of gratitude. And now plotting how you're going to make this person have a horrible demise, right? Sorry. I have Scorpio in my chart too. And yeah, 6th house. So endings. For you, when there's an endings with relationships, you need to leave it with a spirit of gratitude, because I think otherwise it may hold you back. You need to release. Thank you for the lesson. I'm good. Right? Thank you for the lesson. I'm good. That's the perfect thing for you to say, Scorpio. Had enough. Bye-bye. Yeah. Endings. Beginnings. Divine Dragon. Considering that you're Mars ruled, very nice. The dragon chooses you. And why? Because you have a deep passion. All dragons have a great passion. And secrets. Dragons all have secrets. Dragons all have treasure. So I think you need to recognize that. Moving on and recognizing all that fire that's within you. I mean, it's like Adele, set fire to the rain, right? You could do that. That's Scorpio. If anybody can do it, a Scorpio can. So let's take a look at your advice, Scorpio. Scorpio advice. Scorpio advice. The deepness of Scorpio. There is not a deeper feeling energy. Not a deeper feeling sign than Scorpio. Advice, advice, advice. So what do you do when you have an ending? Well, I think, and the divine dragon is your new beginning. Until you find out what exactly is your next move, carry water, chop wood, do your work, concentrate on your task, your work, your path. Scorpios would have a fascinating path, right? Let's see what else. Five of Pentacles. I'm I'm kind of laughing because the image that this brought up and the first thing that came to mind is like Scorpio be picking that lock, right? No secrets from Scorpio. It's hard to keep a secret from a Scorpio. They will dig and dig and dig until they find out the truth. So the Chariot, success. I think this is going to carry you forward on your path, right? Um, everything you want is the other side of fear. Scorpios fear very little. That's why I think the dragon came out. Fear, what is that? I think you need to concentrate on getting your work done. I mean, you don't fear anything. So I think it's the advice is you doing the work. What deep, deep secrets are you going to find, right? So maybe working on shadow work for you might be a good thing. And this is a fellow water sign. This is Cancer. This is the Chariot. This is success. And I think by going in and doing the work and finding out what's behind that locked door, this will bring in that success. And truly with the divine dragon, and there's the key right there showing on the other side of the, here it is. Like there's the key right there. The keys. I think you'll find it, but it's going to be, then it'll be a beautiful opportunity for you. So I do think this Cancer sun and Capricorn moon, use it to do that releasing. So the ending and beginning, because there's, I mean, I like these cards. I like the cards that have been coming out because they're very fitting with what the each sign is. Kind of like that. I like that they're really giving good messages. The stuff that comes up are like, I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, that's so Scorpio. Oh, that's so Libra, right? I'm having all this in my head going like, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Sagittarius. Hello. Endings for you. Time machine. Now, this is an interesting one because endings. Okay. There's times Sagittarius is so forward thinking that it's like they're living in a time machine. But I think one of the important things you have to remember, this is the number 3 card. The important things that you have to remember is the only thing that you have control over is the moment that is now. And you do live in that time machine because you have that forward thinking, higher aim. But it can't always be focused out in the future. I know you get the bigger picture, but what can you do in the now moment? You need to be in the now moment. So it's not like it's asking you to give that up completely, but part of being the time machine is knowing where you're coming from before you move forward. So I think that is an important thing for you. Beginnings. See through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. Yes, you can see into that time machine future, but you can only do something about things in the now. See the bright future. but do things in the now. How does Rick Levine put it? Think galactically, act locally, right? He usually says it, think cosmically, act locally, right? It's bringing that in, bringing that down, bringing all of this higher realm energy and bringing it down into the now. So let's see what the advice is, because I kind of think it's going to be along that theme. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. But I love the energy of Sag being that, well, I've raised a Sag too. His birthday's in December. Look at that strength. Lionsgate for you, FYI. Do some manifesting at Lionsgate. Okay. Being in the now, being grounded in the now. Yes. Knight of Pentacles, the slow moving knight that is actually getting something done. The slowest of the knights. Knights still mean movement, but it's take your time, slow down a bit, right? I think that's your answer, is like being connected. You know, you've got so much joy for the future, but you need to tie it into the now so that you can make chop wood, carry water, but do it with joy. You can do it with joy. You're so positive, such a positive outlook, right? That is so you. So bring that into the now, because you will elevate other people's vibration just by being you. So if you are hanging out with the rest of us, we're all going to benefit from that. We're all going to benefit from that. So keep that in mind. All right. So we're going to be doing from Sagittarius, we'll go to Capricorn. Capricorn, the power of purpose. I think that when you set your mind to something and when you make a plan, it's going to happen. But I'm wondering if you need to plan less. You have, I think, an unshakable will when you want to get something done, the power of purpose. I'm thinking, though, you need to have a little bit more, creativity is not the word, because you're creative, but spontaneity, that's the word I'm looking for. Spontaneity. I think that the big plans that you have, I think those are great, but I think you would do well to have spontaneity, because I think you'll go down a rabbit hole if you do that, and you will come across something so amazing that you wouldn't even have thought of, right? So what is beginning, ending, beginning advice? So this is beginning. Enter one step forward, one step onward. Slow down on the planning. Be more spontaneous. Enter one step forward, one step onward. You don't have to even plan 5 steps away. Just one step forward, one step at a time, and see where that takes you, because I get the feeling it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a great place that you get to go by just being more, having that spontaneity. And, you know, what does that lead you to? It'll take you somewhere you've never been before. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. You're a cardinal sign. You will push through that kind of fear, and you have the purpose in which to do it, right? But it's the unknown, I think, that is more intimidating to you, because you like to have things planned out, right? I really feel take things one step at a time. You know, if you go out on one date, don't plan the wedding by the second date. I'm just saying. You know, spontaneity, right? Have spontaneity. This is Capricorn energy. What is the energy for Capricorn? Top of the deck. Three of Pentacles. Making something beautiful. A master, an apprentice, and a journeyman. And I think you, a lot of times, have a mastery of things, but I think you need to be more the apprentice sometimes and go find something that you don't know about and have never tried before and try your hand at it. And this is working well with other people. In Capricorn, again, it's a cardinal sign. It's very initiating. It's an earth sign, making something physical. I think that's still a good idea. Let's see, what other advice? Knight of Swords. Doesn't look like he has a plan on where he's going. He's just getting to his bike and going, right? The fastest of the knights, right? The fastest. Getting out there and going somewhere where they hadn't planned. So the Tower. Here's the thing that I think if you stay in the energy of what you have now, you're going to get towers thrown at you. Towers. You can handle a tower, but wouldn't it be nicer to do things on your timeline than the tower's timeline? Get an unexpected thing as an inspiration to what you're doing, instead of the tower trying to get you back on your path. Let the tower move you forward in your path, because you will get quantum leaps if you're already on the path. And Uranus, all of a sudden, well, Uranus is actually in Taurus, so it's trining your sign right now. So anything that's in your sign, take advantage of the energy of the Tower, because it'll move you forward and it will be unexpected. And just go with it. Go with it. I think that is you'll come across something so unique and unusual that you wouldn't even, beyond your wildest dreams, right? Beyond. So I think be more spontaneous. Or Uranus will take advantage of you. Most definitely. So let's look at Aquarius energy. What are the endings for Aquarius? What should you release on this full moon in Capricorn? A tall tale. Aquarius. I'm thinking about stories. I'm thinking about it's so unique that Aquarius, this is the Pinocchio type energy, right? Aquarius is just, I'm getting this image of AI becoming a real person. Sorry. But I think you need to follow even more that path of uniqueness. I think you're going to be an inventor. So I think make that tall tale, right? Make that tall tale a reality. I think that's you're co-ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And Uranus is being very, very strong right now. So I feel like this tall tale for you is turning, just quit it, make it stop being a story and make it a reality. That's what I'm getting. It's not a story anymore. Stop making it be a story, make it be a reality. And what is the beginning? Universe wants to co-conspire with you, right? There's so many changes coming in this age of Aquarius. And especially when It comes back this when Pluto comes back into Aquarius. There's so many inventions. There's so many things that are going to come out. There's so many things that were once stories. Star Trek and Star Wars, it's not a story anymore. It's reality. It's reality. And the universe is definitely going to be co-conspiring with Aquarius in ways that I can't even imagine. I have an Aquarius moon, right? And I'm like, it's going to be a party. It's going to be so off the hook. So what is the advice for Aquarius to release during the full moon? Advice for Aquarius. Anything's possible. Truly is. Okay. Advice. Ace of Pentacles. Bring it into the physical world. Ace of Pentacles. Because first you start with the idea. Everything always starts with a thought. And then you make it real. Queen of Pentacles. And this is what can happen when you make it real. A beautiful world. Things made easier. I like this energy. Gemini energy, another air sign, alchemy. You are going to be dealing with magical things. And the alchemy of it is that it's going to, all these things that are imagined that feel like magic, you're going to make them real. You're going to make them real. So I think that's what this whole thing is saying is it's not a story anymore. It's reality. And Aquariuses are usually way ahead of the curve as far as being innovative, way ahead of the curve. Don't stop. Don't stop with that energy because all these, you bringing things into reality is going to have amazing results. That's what I feel like. It'll have really amazing results. So we are going to take a look at Pisces. You have that 29-degree Neptune. So it's going to be talking very nicely with Cancer and Capricorn. Very nicely. So this is beneficial energy for you, Pisces. Very beneficial energy. And the Uranus Mars conjunction would have been in a sextile to you. So this is very workable energy. We still have some of that energy remaining. It's kind of waning away, but let's take a look at endings for Pisces. Close encounters. Transformation. Letting that butterfly out of the cage. Close encounters. So have you been holding your ideas back? Have they been caged? Saturn there in that sign as well, 10 degrees away, is there to help make your dreams a reality, to release them from that cage. So let's take a look at beginnings right into this reality. It's a great time to think about what you can accomplish in the future because you are getting the benefit of having a workable energy in Pisces. Neptune is beautiful. It's one of the co-rulers. It has imagination, but it also on the lower vibration, it throws its own pity party. And you need to not be in that energy. You need to be in the energy that's connected to higher self, the dreams, the imagination. That is also Neptune. That is also Pisces. But Pisces can be a little bit dreamy. And so right into reality. Make it real. Let Saturn help you make it real. Let's look at advice. let's look at advice. I've been liking the advice so far. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Advice for Pisces. This is an independent businesswoman. This is what you can accomplish. That's the advice. Do the work and you'll get the reward. But you have to do the work. You can't just plan it. You have to do it. Carry water, chop wood. Pluto, very transformational time. Very. What does Pluto do? It clears out things that are not meant for you and brings in something better. It can create a mess in order to accomplish that. But I think sometimes that is needed. And it may be because you have all of these, I don't know, cloudy, unrealized dreams. And Pluto comes in and it's like, oh no, we're going to clear all this out. We're going to start over, start with something new. And it's going to be amazing. Very strong energy. And that connection to higher self, that protective bubble that you can keep around yourself. You know, you can still be connected to your higher self. And Pisces is very much that. And so is Neptune. Saturn is the energy of working hard and delays. But keep yourself in the energy of keep moving forward. With Pluto there, I think Pluto's not going to give you any choice. It will bring in situations that force you to take action. So go with it. You are a mutable sign, and don't ever fight Pluto. You just like roll up your sleeves and say, okay, don't fight it. I think it's been very amazing energy. So I thank you. I thank you for hanging out with me and enjoying the message. So I will talk to you soon. I hope to see you in the next day or two. Bye.